let's start
I
out.
might have to start standing up.
Shall we start with an old one from the Louvin Brothers, classic 1958 gospel record? Why not?
Life that I lead, so sinful and evil, with drinking and running around, all the things that I do for the love of the devil. And I know my reward will be Satan's jeweled crown. Satan's jeweled crown I've worn so long, but God for my soul has reached down. His love set me free. He made me his own and helped me cast off Satan's jeweled crown.
We can come out of our Easter thing with that one. Good old song.
There ain't no ever coming out of Easter.
Oh, yeah. That's a real highly collectible album now. I don't have a copy of it, I'm sorry to say. Satan is Real was the name of the album, and there's a drawing of the, I think Ira Louvin himself made the cardboard statue of Satan that's in the picture of the album cover. It's a classic. You can look it up. You may hear us do some more Louvin Brothers songs. We're kind of a mixed gender, legally binding brother duet, but we love drawing on that part of the American music tradition, especially the idea of the melody being on the bottom and having a harmony on top of the melody. That's not the way the church always did it, is it? I think the
sopranos off and on.
Yeah.
And then we were learning about them switching harmonies from verse to chorus. We do that sometimes.
Yeah, we do. Ira and Charlie Leuven.
That's one of those rare songs where we both sing in the same key, I guess.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we don't have to modulate, do we? All right, well, we're going to stick with little country music thing here. We've been talking to, not Lonesome Dave, the Naughty Pine Boys that may ride again this summer, our country and western band. So we're going to do a couple of numbers here.
I wish there was a honky-tonk down the street with sawdust on the floor. Well,
so let's do a couple Bob Wills numbers here. Wait a minute, let me get myself. There's at least one person out there who saw, I think I said this a few weeks ago, we did a Bob Wills song. Yeah, there's one of our treasured listeners out there was present in the audience at in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in a big old barn or some sort, and Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys came rolling in with what'd they have, like 8 or 10 people in their band, one of the classic western swing bands. So let's do one from trying to think.
Bob Wills would always go, oh!
Yeah, you guys can do that out there. We won't do that here. The Maidens Prayer, they call that one.
I just enjoyed so much playing that on this John Cooper fiddle, which I'm bringing back tomorrow. So I'm going to enjoy this last show with it. Wait.
Key of G, boys.
Key of G. I always have trouble starting this one.
A song
above a moonlit path that only he would know. Still hears my broken song of love.
Moon in all your splendor, know only my heart. Call back my rose, rose of San Antone. Lips so sweet and tender, like petals falling apart. Speak once again of my love, my own.
Broken song, empty words I know, still live in my heart all alone. For that moonlit pass by the Alamo and rose my rose of San Antone.
Moon in all your splendor, know only my heart. Call back my rose, rose of San Antone. Lips so sweet and tender, like petals falling apart. Speak once again of my love, my own.
Broken song, empty words I know, still live in my heart all alone. For that moonlit path by the Alamo and rose my rose of San Antone, and rose my rose of San Antone, and rose my rose of San Antone.
There you have it. San Antonio Rose, they call that one. Oh, I think,
Texas swing coming from Maine.
oh, regions don't mean as much as they used to. Kind of sadly and kind of goodly. But I won't go. It's hard to imagine the day when you could drive down, a non-interstate road and just pull into a restaurant and have no idea what you're going to get served, instead of having the same thing in every version, all 6,000 versions of that chain restaurant.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about Texas, and when I was playing out of Nashville with a hat act there, Greg Holland was his name.
Oh, you haven't told many stories
No.
about that little period of your life.
But those big Texas bars, man, it probably wasn't as big as a football field, but it felt really big. Those with the corral fence around the dance floor, and we were up on the stage, and on the breaks I'd get to dance a little bit. They don't have places like that in this region.
Too expensive to heat them. Well, we had a request for this a couple weeks ago. I don't know if Colin is still out there. I think that was the guy. How did I remember that? Well, we remember a lot of chords and a lot of words and a lot of things. Well, I still remember.
And we forget a lot of chords and a lot of words.
Oh yeah.
High wire walk up here.
I don't remember what year I wrote this one, but
It's the title cut on our Great Sad River album.
oh yeah, we made. It's actually a love song masquerading as a sad song.
It's a great sad river we spend our days, we pass the hours as we float along. It brought us here, it takes us away. The great sad river flows on. The years are slowly turning round. The children come and the old ones gone. Laughter echoes, the tears fall down to the great sad river below. On the great sad river of chance and change, we drift away when our time is through. I thank the stars I'm floating down this great sad river with you. The water flows just one way down, far away to a distant sea. No sail, no rudder, will you travel down this great sad river with me? On the great sad river of chance and change, we drift away when our time is through. I thank the stars I'm floating down this great sad river with you. I thank the stars I'm floating down this great sad river with you. Hey,
Kind of wrote that for you, you know. Oh yeah, I think I lost like 2 relatives in 1 week, but they were, you know, it was the old, and we just had some young kids. The old ones were, I don't know, say no more. Well, the list says I got a song to do. I got to crawl all the way back here. Get me this here. Had a request for this one. This is my take on a branch of a very, I think this is the North Carolina branch of a very well-known folk song tree.
Down in New Orleans, they call it the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor and me. I know I'm one. My mother, she was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a worthless, low-down gambling man, way down in New Orleans. Gambler need, that's a suitcase and a trunk, and the only time he's ever satisfied, that's when he's on a drum. Tell your children not to do what I have done, to spend your life in sin and misery, in the house of the rising sun. There is a house down in New Orleans, they call it the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor and me. I know I'm one. A bit of the Rising Sun Blues.
Nice to hear you play that. It's been a while.
Yeah, I used to play that pretty regular.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what's been going on this week in YouTube Village here? The wind's been blowing.
The kids have been home.
Oh yeah.
From school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those wonderful boys.
They are wonderful
Oh.
boys.
One thing that's been going on is those flowers are poking their way out of the ground. They've been trying to come out for a while.
The riverbanks are turning green in the woods a little bit, and someone asked for my Trusting Spring song, and I look forward to singing that. I think next week I got another couple spring songs.
You still don't trust Trusting Spring?
No, I don't trust Trusting Spring at this point.
Well, let's celebrate. Let's do some songs about flowers. See if I can get my big old guitar playing hands to play one of these little tater bugs here.
We've both been to Edinburgh, but not together. Maybe the Flowers of Edinburgh, that one was called. Maybe we'll get there.
Well, I made
one
it through. These notes are so teeny. How do you play those little tiny? I guess your hand's not as
I
big as mine.
can't play the mandolin.
But Bill Monroe had gigantic hands. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of giant men that play.
Yeah, I
have
don't
no trouble
understand
playing
that. Well,
little
there's a lot
tiny.
of giant men who play the violin.
That's true.
Big fingers, yeah.
Yeah. Chubby Wise had big.
Yeah.
David Bromberg has gigantic hands, and he's a great fiddle player too.
Yeah.
Oh.
The mysteries abound.
Oh my! Is it that time? I think
Hey.
it is.
There you go.
Boy, we don't have a story to tell them here before you're working. I'm doing the hard work this week. You did the heavy lifting last week for the. Well, Phil in Wyoming wanted to hear us do. He wanted to hear "Singing Through My Nose" from the Road Kings, but we haven't figured out how to make. That's kind of a quartet. It's really hard to do all four voices, and so is this one actually. So we're gonna work up to that, Phil. If you're out there.
There are a lot of fans of the Road Kings.
The Road Kings was Lonesome Dave and the North Dixie Road Kings were a mythical band.
We're a mythical band.
Yeah, are we?
We are a mythical band.
Yeah, almost. We have an address and an album and a phone number. And we have to have a Road Kings reunion this summer. That would be a good thing to do. Maybe we can get the Rich Carl Stahl on the bass, and old Rusty Licks is always ready to pick the guitar.
I might have
here.
to get someone else to play the fiddle. It'd be fun, but it would just also be fun to just watch you guys play.
Well, Fiddle Will Cheatham was here. He visited us. The original Fiddle and Will, who sat in with the Road Kings, is.
Does he play a Cooper violin?
He does. He plays the John Cooper violin. But Buck Short's not too far away, the mandolin player. So we're going to do one here that has. I haven't sung this in 30 years.
Maybe there's someone with a beautiful fiddle in their closet, and they'll send it to us.
Oh, John Cooper violin.
Well, kind of like Carol sent us that amazing auto part. So if you have an amazing fiddle in your closet, you don't know.
You want to find a good home for it.
Yeah.
We'll play it on the air. We'll road test it right here for you. So we're going to do one from the classic. I'll show you the Road Kings album in a minute here and tell you a few more stories about that. But these, I haven't sung this one in 30 years, but what the heck.
I've never sung it.
No, you have to understand that lonesome is a word that's used, especially the paradoxical thing in bluegrass music is the concept of lonesome harmony. And they called it the high lonesome sound, was the thing that really made Bill Monroe stand out. And then the other great hillbilly bands there that had the super soaring high tenor singers doing that high lonesome sound. They really stood out from the low lonesome. They never called it that, but the old-timey down-home music a lot of people were playing. So the Road Kings realized how important it was to be lonesome. The lonesomer it is, the better it is.
That Taylor guitar is a cannon.
I got this brand new in 1984. It's a pretty strong Starvation box.
I played that this week, and I felt it made me realize that pianos and guitars are related. There's something about the strumming of those strings. It feels like you're striking a chord on a piano. Almost. Beautiful guitar.
I think I wrote all 8 of the Road King songs in 1 week back there in the 1980s. They don't surface much, but let's have a little fun here to make up. We promise you guys we'd have a little fun with you. But it's all true. The lonesomer it is, the better it is. And it's one of the greatest compliments you can pay a bluegrass artist when they perform something. You say, man, that was mighty lonesome. And that's a way that's a compliment. It's kind of like when how the word bad or the word sick have become like opposite. So we're teaching a little teaching story here. I'm stalling. So we got to kick off a quartet style here too. One called
What key are we in?
We're in.
Okay, all right.
The People's Key.
Well, I'm lonesome.
Lonesome.
I'm lonesome. I'm lonesome as can be. When I was born, they slapped me on the backside. I started to cry right away. The doctor said, that boy sounds lonesome. He's gonna pick the guitar someday. I'm lonesome, I'm lonesome, I'm lonesome as can be. I'm riding this road with a heavy load, and my sweet love's so far from me. My first true love was a turtle dove. I courted her patiently, tried to kiss her one day. She pushed me away, saying, you're too lonesome for me. I'm lonesome, I'm lonesome, I'm lonesome as can be. I'm riding this road with a heavy load, and my sweet love's so far from me. truck driving man from Tennessee. He said, where are you going? I said, take me somewhere the girls are lonesome like me. I'm lonesome, I'm lonesome, I'm lonesome as can be. I'm riding this road with a heavy load, and my sweet love's so far from me. In a honky-tonk with old Hank Williams, he looked blue. I asked him why. He took one look at me and he said, you're so lonesome I could cry. I'm lonesome, I'm lonesome, I'm lonesome as can be. I'm riding this road with a heavy load, and my sweet love's far from me. I'm lonesome, I'm lonesome, I'm lonesome as can be. I'm riding this road with a heavy load, and my sweet love's so far from me. I'm lonesome, lonesome, I'm lonesome, lonesome, I'm lonesome as can be.
That was pretty lonesome.
Oh, that felt lonesome.
By request. There you go, Phil. Now you won't ask for any more Road King songs there. We tried to do the quartet part there for you.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do a little quick commercial. Remind you, we're not doing I don't think we're doing a Song Train song
we could,
this
week.
week.
But we could still do the song train. We could pretend they're our sponsor.
And the Troubadour Chronicles is one of our sponsors. Haven't talked much about troubadouring and the struggles and glories of being one of those self-accompanied.
We're showing them the struggles and the glories.
Oh yeah, and you're helping with our struggles and glories.
Oh my gosh, so much.
Those of you watching out there,
You know, it's quite
mean everything to us, and we mean that. So we send our emails out, and we encourage you to subscribe to our Puffin and Loon channel on YouTube to help us move our little meter there a little higher, our trickling little meter of lonesomeness.
And you can find Harvey's channel and my channel. Yeah, subscribe away, share with your friends.
And there's and your donations are worth everything to us.
Yeah.
We can't describe to you. There really aren't. We performing musicians have really taken a hit from this COVID thing, as all of you sure understand. It's
we were trying to
but
even before COVID, we were a little confused as to how to proceed.
But
we've got these kids, man.
Yeah, rooms full of people. Used to be our bread and butter. Now it's the thing that seems to be killing us. So, killing everybody. So, who knows? Who knows when rooms? Or everyone wants to be in a room full of people again. But
yeah, we just were.
Oh yeah. And we're waiting to see. You were coughing a little bit there. Every time anybody sneezes, it's a bad time in history to cough in public. Mm-hmm. It's a really So we're going to stick with our themes. We're going to do another flower song here, although the original, everybody kind of knows the real story of this melody. It became a song about flowers, even though it started out being about hair. I'll twine midst the ringlets of your raven black hair. This is kind of the national anthem of the auto harp, and we haven't done it in a couple of years, so we thought we would celebrate those little flowers outside, right outside our window at the Puffin and Loon penthouse studio here. There's little flowers trying to poke up and wave to us. The earth is laughing. I think who said that? Great. The earth laughs in flowers. So. Oh, how I long to see him and regret the dark hour that he's gone and neglected this pale wildwood flower. Oh, I love the way Sarah sang that. But you know what we forgot to do is I forgot to show him the Road Kings album.
Oh.
We had brought a little show and tell for you. I'm going to put the...
I could play. Part of me was going to want to play that a Bill Monroe tune. I could do that.
In fact, we did. The mail was thin this week, but we have a minimalist fan here, Steve from California. This is my kind of... He said, keep up with the good music.
Wow. That's awesome. Let me see that.
And he put in a little picture of a President of the United States there.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks for voting for us. Man, this is old school. Our son filed, it reminded me of our favorite comedian, Ryan Hamilton's little, he's in his 20s, and he talks a lot about how trying to make a young person write a letter and find an envelope and a stamp.
Yeah.
But we had to file. Our son worked his first job, and he had to file his first tax returns. It was hilarious. I should have filmed the whole thing. It would have been a good documentary or something of him trying to... They don't teach him in school how to write in cursive anymore, or we're like, what a return address.
Signing his name is
it's
like slightly traumatic for them.
And
because they know they're supposed to have it.
Yeah. But even just putting the return address in one corner and the address here, and do I need the zip?
Dealing with the government.
And a stamp, and then have the envelope, folding the piece of paper up and putting it in the envelope.
I remember when my mom taught me to
we should have had
fold something in three.
You missed it. It was a good little scene there.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed it.
So, the Lonesome Dave and the North Dixie Road Kings is actually kind of a bluegrass virus, and I think there's either 100 or 200 of these cassette tapes that circulated. But boy, I've been meeting people for 40 years that got a hold of it. I think people dubbed them for each other, and boy, in fact, Bela Fleck offered to play banjo. He's a Road King. Lots of people ended up with this, and I was going to show you because this is a very special copy of the Road Kings tape. Cassette tape here. I'm going to hold you up so you can see. It actually does say. But
did you see Bill? Did you show him Bill Monroe?
No, I'm going to show this lonesome. Here it is, the lonesomest men in bluegrass. But when Bill Monroe came to New Hampshire and played one of his last gigs in his 80s, he was signing autographs at the record table, and he was just signing whatever people put in his hands. So there it is, folks. There's the autograph by Bill Monroe himself on the Lonesomest Men in Bluegrass album. This is a real treasure that I don't know, I can't will it to anyone, I can't sell it to anyone, but it means maybe I should have it, if I get a coffin and a grave up, they can maybe bury me with it or something. Little treasure here from the Puffin and Loon. Don't take this on the road with me, so you're getting something here in the live stream that you would never get on a road gig.
I could play a little.
I'd love that.
Yeah, I'll just play a little something because I love this violin, and I'm gonna head up to Portland, Maine, and bring it back to John. He's got someone who wants to look at it, and I just can't quite swing it right now. But it's a beautiful violin, and
can I smile?
You can just sit there if you want.
Can I watch?
I don't know exactly what I'm gonna play, but it's kind of tempting to play Bill Monroe at the end here. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Maybe I'll get off camera.
So I don't poke you in the eye.
I didn't want to say that.
I saw that. You looked a little concerned.
I should wear safety goggles when I'm around Joyce Anderson playing the violin. It would be a wise thing.
I just was remembering this song, Crickets March Across the Salt Box.
I have never heard you say those words before.
Yeah, and I learned it from Dave Talmadge and that awesome Irish guy whose father also is an awesome Irish guy.
Guy from Rochester, Gary Parmelo? He's not
Irish. They played down in Boston at the Black Rose. His father did. I'm forgetting his name right now. Oh well. had a really fun trip with Dave Talmadge and a bunch of guys going down to New York City. I'm gonna think about them, and then I'm gonna see what happens. I think I'm gonna play the Rights of Man, which is a hornpipe, and I remember practicing that. Talk about woodshedding. I just woodshedded the other day. I was, trying to get away from everyone and not bother anything with my playing, and I went into the little shed we have back here. We call it the kid shed. And it reminded me of the last time I'd been in a shed trying not to bother anyone with my playing. It was at Popham Beach. It was a long time ago. It was when I just come back from being abroad for many months. I'd come back from Ireland.
You're still abroad.
I'm still abroad, and I was and I met you at Popham, and I was woodshedding in your mama's woodshed. Anyway, here we go. nod to Bill Monroe there for you, Harvey.
You haven't lost it. Listen to you. You're not in decline yet.
It's in there somewhere.
Oh man. Which
Got one more for him, I think?
I think we do.
Yep.
We always hate to say goodbye. One of these times we're going to have to do our version. I always thought one of the greatest art projects I could ever do, but I couldn't ever figure out how to do it, would be to follow musicians around with recording equipment and catch them at those moments when they are telling their bad gig stories to each other. Oh man, even that night at the press room, and that was an impressive group of people there. Cormac McCarthy, I think Bill Morrissey was there. Bill Staines was definitely there. Patrick Skye was there that night. He was. I think that was the occasion when Patrick Skye played at the press room. A lot of people turned up. Bruce Pratt showed up, and oh my heavens, there was. Cormac McCarthy was definitely. Did I say his name already? Oh, what a character! And I'll have to try to hypnotize myself, and hearing people. There's almost no better than professional entertainers talking about those gigs they'd read. Oh my heavens! That was the highlight. That was the greatest one of all. But there's that one, the one that really comes to mind, I should probably talk about sometime. There was an agent that got, I don't think I ever told you this. The agent got me a gig at a party, private party gigs. And, you know, when you're living guitar to mouth, it's hard to say no to anything that pays money that's reasonably close by. And it didn't sound all that horrible, somebody's birthday party, but the guy wasn't there was no energy in this place at all. It was just like lead balloons falling on an Indian burial ground or something. It's just nothing happening. And the guy felt it, and he wanted me to, I said something funny, and by accident or something, and he said, "Oh, that was funny," and he wanted me to tell jokes, and so and stop. He said, "Well, they don't like your music that much. Maybe you could just tell jokes. It'll make the party be a livelier party." And it was like, "How long do I have to go till this gig's over?" And I remember I told him some joke or another, and I thought that would make him go away, but he loved it and he wanted more. And then he went and got he went and got a video camera because he wanted to film me telling the joke so he could show it to some of his other friends. And I still don't remember how I got out of there without screaming and running or violence or something. I don't remember how I defused that situation, but oh no.
It could have been the beginning of your stand-up career, but it just didn't quite.
Oh, right. Maybe that would have been.
I'm kind of.
Maybe Louis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of our favorite stand-up people. Maybe
it's
that.
humbling to see on our tax form that we're entertainers. I guess that really is. Yeah. What do we decide? We got our digital hats. That's where we're using our.
Passing the digital hat.
Passing the digital hat. Yeah. Passing the digital hat. So thank you if you're able to donate even a little bit.
We were just reading about the Louvin brothers' very first gig. They were in the middle of a flying Jenny, some kind of a
merry-go-round.
Merry-go-round. They had to sit on that and play music.
I've been in the middle of a racetrack before. I told you that. I think I've mentioned that before.
Oh, there used to be a gig. I never did it.
Down in where Martin.
Jerry Short's done
Martin Guitar Country.
There's a gig around here at a speedway where you could be up in the booth with the announcer and playing songs while they're in between races. Oh. Gary Hall used to do that.
That's interesting to be around someone who's like a professional, keep the ball rolling announcer. I've only been on the pop radio, like, WE or Z once for St. Patrick's Day. That's an animal I'm not used to being around.
note. Send them on home here with one. April 23rd, 1971. Where were you? What were you doing? This song hit the streets. We'll channel Mick and Keith here a little bit.
Sitting there in your silk poster chair, talking to some rich folk that you know. I hope you won't see me in my ragged company. I know I could never be alone. Take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground. Send me dead flowers every morning. Send me dead flowers by the mail. Send me dead flowers at my wedding. And I won't forget to put roses on your grave. Well, when you're sitting back in your rose pink Cadillac, making bets on Kentucky Derby Day, I'll be in my basement room with a needle and spoon, and another girl will take my pain away. Take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground. Send me dead flowers every morning. Send me dead flowers by the mail. Send me dead flowers at my wedding. And I won't forget to put roses on your grave. Take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground. Send me dead flowers at my wedding. Send me dead flowers by the U.S. mail. Send me dead flowers at my wedding. And I won't forget to put roses on your grave. No, I won't forget to put roses on your grave.
We did it. We did it again. Thank you, everybody, so much for showing up. It means the world to us.
What was that album called? Sticky Fingers.
Sticky
album,
Fingers.
Rolling Stones.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Maybe we'll do another one from that. And we'll send that out to Frank, who's been out there since the 1970s. Frank probably heard me sing that when I was still, before I even had any chest hair there. Probably. God bless you, Frank. Oh, yeah.
See you next time.
Be safe, be strong. We'll see you down the stream. Dorinda's out there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Sue Wiersbe was there too.
We're still alive.
I dropped a lot of names tonight. It was